Let's talk about three of the major ways that we can organize work. These are projects, programs, and portfolios. Hopefully of the three, projects are the easier one to understand because it's the major focus of the PMBOK. You might remember then that a project is a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product, service, or result. It is unique. All projects are different. You might be doing one that's similar to another one, but they're all unique in their own way. There's a desired end date. All projects have a specific beginning and an end date. And there is a specific outcome or objective or set of objectives for each of the projects. In other words, all projects build something. They all have deliverables that they're responsible for building. One thing about large projects, though, is we realized many years ago that even if you use good project management techniques, it's very hard to deliver very, very large, complicated projects all as one entity. And so we started to think about trying to break these big chunks of work down into a set of smaller projects, because it's easier to be successful on a small project than a large one. If I have a 30-day project, it's much easier to be successful on that 30-day project than if I have one that's 3 years. Now obviously that's a big extreme example, but the point is that smaller projects generally are just easier to manage, have a better opportunity for success. You have the ability to focus better on smaller projects. You can better estimate the work on small projects. You can do a better job of taking checkpoints and validating the remaining work because there's not so much work. You can validate the work that's remaining. You can deliver something on a smaller project and then potentially expand the solution from there. On the other hand, there's a problem with breaking down a large piece of work into smaller projects. Actually, there's a number of problems, but the biggest one is that it's possible, if we break the work down into smaller projects, that those projects will all be making independent decisions, and before you know it, the projects are not going to fit back together again. In other words, all the projects have to be integrated to provide a common solution, and that may be hard if we're just managing all of them independently.